There's one challenge in Resident Evil Requiem that took the entire community over 3 days to achieve. This cryptic final puzzle had people flushing toilets, learning Morse code, and abusing dolls in a desperate attempt to find new clues. It was the RE7 demo all over again, but how did we get here? Well, it starts with our character. Grace is an FBI analyst, and Capcom decided to hide a puzzle in the background of Resident Evil Requiem that would take a very trained eye to discover. For example, there's this hourglass. Now I noticed the hourglass clue, but I had no idea what the code was for. There are a few codes like this that are hidden in plain sight, but you won't have a clue on what they're for until you analyze the severed hand. Heck, even then, I'm sure most of us were still lost. That's where the community comes in. It wasn't long until someone pointed out that this sequence of random letters actually represent RNA codons, and when transferred to amino acids, they spell out a word. With this, there was a huge surge of new Discord chats, Twitter threads, and eventually an entire subreddit dedicated to solving this mystery. Those clues from before began making much more sense, and from that code, there were 4 letters that were repeated. The hourglass gives us a value for U, the blood analysis machine gives us a value of G, and the value for C is found on a note about Grace's blood. We just aren't sure what A is. Oh, right. Well, ignore A then. Still, no one knew what to do with the codes just yet, until someone realized that the C's value of 4.2 LY is probably referring to light years. And what's 4.2 light years away from Earth? Why, it's the nearest star, of course. With this revelation, it didn't take long for everyone else to catch on. The others also represented objects in space. This whole time it had been a code to the puzzle box. The mystery was solved. Or was it? After entering the code, players heard a laugh. But the challenge was not cleared. There was more to this. The only other clue about the puzzle was on the challenge list itself. It said to let the sweet pair hear the voice. People tried everything they could think of, from bringing both the singing zombies into the puzzle room, to carrying Emily in there, to flushing the toilet for some reason, but nothing worked. The Discords, the subreddit, they were all still trying to crack the case, but on the 3rd day of this ongoing mystery, there had been little progress made, until YouTube user Gengar Collects posted a short video having cleared the challenge list.
Hey everyone, just making a very quick video here to update everyone in the Resident Evil community about the final puzzle. So as you can see, I just completed it.
Gengar says he had found a doll in the lab before the helicopter sequence, though he did not know how exactly he made the doll appear. He also mentions that he flushed the toilets. So the puzzle had been solved, but no one knew exactly how. The answers were close now though. Taking this doll and Emily to the puzzle room is the solution to the final puzzle. And people began to work together once more to reverse engineer the solution. Everyone worked to find ways to get the doll into your inventory, but nothing would work. Some still believed in Gengar, while others started having their doubts about his authenticity. But people wouldn't get much longer to debate. The next day, the mystery was over. Data miners had gone into the game and discovered exactly what caused the doll to show up. And while the fun of solving the mystery was short-lived, the solution ended up being pretty interesting at least. So to get the doll to show up in the lab, it turns out that you have to stand here for at least 15 minutes, and then survive the meat grinder section without killing any of the zombies yourself. People were quick to point to this note about how much blood is needed for the girl as the clue to the 15 minutes bit. But why does this cause the doll to show up? If you've done it correctly, you get a new message once you drain the blood. Perhaps because it's now the correct amount of blood, it properly flushed out the area, releasing the doll from hiding. You also had to flush the toilets earlier. Either way, bringing both the doll and Emily into the lead researcher's office and inputting the special code into the puzzle box allows for the sweet pair to hear the voice, and completes Resident Evil Requiem's final puzzle. But that was pretty cool to see, and it brought the community together, if only for just a few days. And I hope if we see Grace again, we get to see more background puzzles like this. I thought that was a cool concept, cool idea for the character. Let me know what you thought of the puzzle though in the comments below, and check out these other videos if you want to see more Resident Evil. Thanks for watching.